Angkor Wat, the world's best place to visit. Welcome to Angkor Wat, the world's largest religious monument and the heart and soul of Cambodia, a breathtaking masterpiece of art and architecture. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is more than just a temple. It's a journey back in time to the height of the mighty Khmer Empire. Prepare to be awestruck by its colossal scale, intricate carvings, and the spiritual aura that permeates its ancient stones. Visiting Angkor is an unforgettable experience, a true bucket list adventure. The unmissable temples. While Angkor Wat is the star, the surrounding archaeological park is home to hundreds of other incredible structures. These are the places you need to visit when you're coming to Angkor Wat. The first place you cannot miss is the Angkor Wat, which is the icon of the temple. The main event. Dedicate at least half a day to this temple. It's famous for its 5 lotus-like towers that dominate the skyline and the stunning bas-reliefs that depict Hindu mythology. Don't miss the sunrise over the main temple. It's an iconic, almost mystical experience as the sky bursts with color behind the ancient silhouette. Arrive by 5 a.m. to get a good spot. The next visit is Angkor Thom and Bayon Temple, the City of Faces. This was once the last great capital of the Khmer Empire. At its center stands the Bayon Temple, a mesmerizing and slightly eerie temple known for its 216 giant, smiling stone faces carved into its towers. It's a photographer's dream. Within the Angkor Thom complex, you'll also find the Terrace of the Elephants and the Terrace of the Leper King. Ta Prohm Temple. Ta Prohm Temple is nature and ancient architecture collide dramatically at Ta Prohm. Giant silk cotton trees and strangler figs have woven their massive roots through the temple's walls, creating a hauntingly beautiful scene. Famously featured in the movie Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, this temple is a powerful reminder of nature's ability to reclaim. How to explore the temples. The park is vast, so you'll need transportation. By tuk-tuk, the most classic and convenient way. Hire a driver for the day, around $15 to $25 USD, to take you around the main circuits. It's breezy, fun, and your driver will wait for you at each stop. By bicycle. For the more adventurous, cycling is a fantastic way to explore at your own pace. The terrain is mostly flat, but be prepared for the heat and humidity. By guided tour, a licensed guide can bring the history and stories of the temples to life. This is highly recommended, especially for your first day, to truly appreciate the symbolism and history behind the carvings. Getting your pass. To enter the Angkor Archaeological Park, you'll need an Angkor Pass. You can buy it at the official ticket center on the road to Angkor Wat. Please watch the tour guide in Siem Reap instruction.
Most common misconception of tourists or travelers about the Angkor temples is that they believe that every temple is inside Angkor Wat, and those temples are part of the mini Wats. So actually, Angkor Wat is just one temple only that was built in the 12th century, and the rest of the temples are outside Angkor Wat, and these were built from 9th century to 13th century. So the park is about 400 square kilometers, and there are hundreds of temples in the park. You can visit the temple in multiple days if you want to. We've got the ticket sale from 1 day pass to 3 days to 7 days. So there are 3 types of passes that you can get to visit these temples. So it's a 1 day pass. It's $37 in USD. There are no 2 day passes, only 3 day and 7 days. So the 3 day it's $62, and the 7 days $72. And this just one pass. It covers the whole area of the park. So you don't need to buy separate ticket for each temple. it may feel a bit pricey when you hear the price like $37. You would be like, why is it so expensive? But actually, it covers the whole park. It's not just one temple. It's not just for Angkor Wat. It's for every temple in the park. Imagine if we sell each ticket, like if we sell tickets separately for each temple, I'm sure you'll end up paying a lot more money than the pass. But I understand that because when we buy a temple pass, you may have the pressure of seeing everything in one day because you want to save the money. And then you feel like, wow, it's so tiring because there's so many temples, it's so hot. But if you sell the tickets separately, you may want to just buy one ticket for this temple today, go back to hotel, relax, or see the town the next day, come again for another temple, you buy another ticket. That may save you and also encourage you to stay longer in Siem Reap. And this you don't have to do everything in one day. So for this, it's more understandable. But in terms of the temple pass, the price, it's relatively affordable. If you have very short time, a perfect day trip would be start with Angkor Wat, the largest religious temple. Second, Ta Prohm Temple, where Tomb Raider was filmed. Third one, Angkor Thom Complex. Inside Angkor Thom, there are lots of temples. But within Angkor Thom, I have a favorite temple. I'm not going to mention which temple. I'll keep that one for my guests only. And Bayon Temple. Bayon is one of the main one that you must see when you are in Siem Reap. So the three main temples that you have to see is that you should see Angkor Wat, Ta Prohm, and Bayon Temple. But on the way from like in this loop, these three temples are in the small loop. So in this loop, you can stop to see many temples you want, but also you need to save your energy for the three main temples. It can get really hot in the afternoon. You may not enjoy it as much. The other way, if you don't want to start at sunrise, which I highly recommend it, start as early as possible to avoid the heat. But you may feel tired at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So you may start at 6 o'clock from the hotel, visit Ta Prohm Temple, the first one. You'll be the only tourist at that temple at 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning. And then continue to Bayon Temple, and then you go back home for lunch, relax a bit. At 3:30, come back to Angkor Wat, because now Angkor Wat closes at 6:30 in the evening. So it means that you have time to stay there longer until sunset. So you can keep Angkor Wat in the evening when the heat comes down a little bit in the afternoon. Most tourists come to Siem Reap for only 2 nights. So some people 1 night, like many people come here for 1 night, which I think, is it worth the price of flight ticket to Siem Reap? You have to, like, if you spend a lot of money, why not stay here a bit longer to experience it fully, you know, not just fly in, see the temple and fly back. And I met a lot of people who just fly into Siem Reap in the morning, see Angkor Wat, rush through and then fly back. Like, for what? Why would you do that? It's not worth it. And then when you go back, you go, oh, I only come to Siem Reap for 1 day, but I end up spending a lot of money, like up to $500 in 1 day. Yeah, of course, because you fly in, maybe from Thailand or from Vietnam, and then from the airport to Siem Reap, private taxi, and then you have a tour guide with you, and then you have to pay for the temple pass. Then the taxi need to take you back to the airport, and then you fly out. So, of course, you end up paying maybe close to $500 in 1 day in Siem Reap. But what if you stay here for a week? It's really cheap. So decide for yourself.
Essential tips for your visit. Dress code. Angkor is a sacred site. You must cover your shoulders and knees. This rule is strictly enforced, and you may be denied entry to certain areas if you're not dressed appropriately. Think light t-shirts, long pants, or long skirts. Stay hydrated. The Cambodian heat is intense. Carry a reusable water bottle and drink plenty of fluids throughout the day. Sun protection. A hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen are absolute must-haves. Comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking and climbing steep, ancient steps. Sturdy, comfortable footwear is essential. Start early. To beat the heat and the crowds, start your day as early as possible. Angkor Wat is more than a destination. It's an experience that will stay with you forever. The grandeur of the architecture, the whispers of history in its corridors, and the serene smiles of the Bayon faces await. Your Cambodian adventure begins here. Thanks you for visiting Cambodia. Please subscribe, like, and share if you like Cambodia. Thanks you.